Well, I bet you can't guess what I'm doing on this thing today. 3.5 Eco Boom. Look what I've got here. So we're doing timing chains, phasers, guides, tensioners. I'm not going to bother making a video on this because Ford Tech Macu Loco, I hope I pronounced that correctly, has got an awesome series on how to do this step by step, much more detailed and professional than anything I could put together. But there it is. A few little minor problems. There's a broken vacuum nipple on the wastegate solenoid over there. I think I'm going to try and repair it. And got the timing fixtures for this thing, so we got to put a balancer bolt back in there so we can get the timing marks lined up. Wow, there's a lot of plumbing on here. There's the right and left valve cover, timing cover, and all of this plumbing off the top of the engine. Oh well. Let's carry on. So look how far out that timing chain main tensioner is right here. Wow, well, this thing's got 330,000 kilometers on it, but I know this has been done before because there's two different types of RTV sealant on here. There's gray stuff, which I think is the original, and then there's black RTV sealant on the outside, and there was evidence that somebody's been in here before. You can see the gray RTV sealant on the harmonic balancer bolt. That's not factory. Oh well. You can see where the timing chain's been rubbing on the cover here on that side. Yeah, right here on the driver's side. It would rattle when you started it up, and it sets P001719. So there's the cams locked with the two fixtures, all four phasers and three timing chains off. So we've got all new phasers, OE, four new cam timing solenoids, all the necessary gaskets, new timing chains, gears, tensioners. Just wanted to point out one other thing here. I'm looking at a couple of these solenoids here. You can see this one, and there's a considerable amount of material on the oil inlet. Like sludge residue. You can see that. This one wasn't that bad. This one had some, but I picked it off already. So as I said, we're putting four new solenoids in it as well. Yeah, here's the fourth solenoid still. I put it back in because it helps the camshafts from rotating with there's a little bit of debris in the inlet. I gather that center passage is the inlet. I marked them, so compare the new ones to the old ones, put them in the right spots. Okay, well, next is to clean up all of the gasket surfaces and get ready to reassemble. So there's all the timing components reinstalled. New phasers, new bolts on the phasers, torque to yield. Torque on the bolts is 18 foot-pounds and then 180 degrees according to the spec. So you can see this colored link lines up with that dot. That colored link lines up with that dot. And down at the bottom here, the dot is in between the two colored links. That time you can pull the pin, and we're going to turn it a couple turns, but it should be good. Let's torque those cam phasers. So there's the timing cover back on, harmonic balancer back on, new bolt in the balancer, torqued in 90 degrees, new idler pulley on the tensioner. Obviously the cover's installed, new cam solenoids, cam phaser solenoids, and we're ready to put the valve covers back on. So I decided to have a look at the plugs They're a little black and sooty, but then I see this one here is cracked. You can see the line down the side of the spark plug. I didn't break it taking it out. It was like that. So that likely would have been causing a misfire. So it's getting a set of spark plugs as well. So there it is, back together and running again. Prime the engine oil pressure by pulling fuse 27, cranking it several seconds so the oil pressure gauge started to move. Put the fuse back in, started right up, and there it is. I've cleared the codes. No more check engine light. Driver's door jar. We're going to take it for a road test, see how it runs. So we're looking at the camshaft actual and desired versus actual timing now. We'll compare this to what it was before. So here's the cam timing PIDs. It was running between -13 and -19 degrees on the cams because of that stretch chain. I compared that old chain to the new one, and it was at least a half an inch longer. The old one was a half an inch longer than the new one. Again, we're going to take it for a road test, but I'm sure this is going to be fine. We'll call this one done. Thanks for watching.